Oh, there we go. What's up, guys? Dude, thank you. Thank you all for saying that. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. But what I was saying here, anyways, is that we have ourselves, like I said, I was literally not ready to go live here. But I had to because, nature kind of threw us some curveballs over here. So we have a couple confirmed tornadoes, is what I was saying here. So like I said, obviously we got ourselves a bit of a problem out there in eastern Texas. There's a tornado watch they issued here not long ago. They did issue this here not too long ago. Let me go ahead and actually reset all of this stuff here. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I was not ready to go live, but I had to because, stuff was popping off here. Anyways, but yeah, we have a couple tornado warnings. We did have a couple confirmed tornadoes, unfortunately, here. Once again, we are talking eastern portions of Texas out there by Phelps, Dodge, Oakhurst, Huntsville areas. Once again, this is a confirmed tornado. A damaging tornado is on the ground. Radar has confirmed tornado. The confirmed tornado was located near Huntsville State Park, or 7 miles southeast of Huntsville, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and quarter-size hail. Radar has confirmed the tornado. So this is officially a confirmed tornado. To repeat, tornadoes on the ground. That's the one out there by Oakhurst and Dodge areas, out there by Phelps. So this is a confirmed tornado out there. Now, southwest of this current warning here as well, like I said, southwest of this warning here as well, we have another tornado warning in effect here, kind of north out there towards Montgomery, southeast of Richards, out there by New Waverly areas, just to the west here for the most part. Another tornado has been detected out there. Both of these are based off of radar indications here, likely from debris signatures. Unfortunately, radar is not the best. Coverage on radar today is really not the best overall. So, like I said, we're gonna have to we're really just gonna have to use the main radar out there by by these regions in Houston. Because, like I said, this is really the closest radar that we do have to this in particular area here overall. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye out there for that. Yeah, even the terminal radars aren't really working out there. It looks like they just updated the tornado warning. They now discontinued Huntsville. They're keeping Phelps out there. They're keeping Dodge and Oakhurst inside the tornado warning here. Once again, this is still a confirmed tornado here, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Once again, radar confirmed tornado here. To repeat, tornadoes on the ground, move to a basement or an interior room of the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closer substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So once again, you definitely do not want to be, you really don't want to be in a trailer. Obviously, if you're in a trailer, then you want to get out and find a more sturdier structure, such as a more solid building. Maybe a neighbor nearby that has a better built house overall. So that is what we need to look out there for, okay? Anyways, but once again, you guys, we're going to hop over here. They did issue a tornado watch not too long ago. This is actually including the Houston area. Houston, Texas is included. We have Conroe, Brenham, Jasper areas, and like I said, Huntsville. Huntsville is no longer under a tornado warning, but we still have a warning just to the east out there by Oakhurst areas. About 13 minutes to go on that. And not only is there a confirmed tornado on the ground right now with the storm, but there's also the possibility here of quarter-size hail occurring in the storm as well. To the southwest here, we just had another, looks like another tornado warning, or a little bit ago. Been issued there. Once again, this one's actually confirmed here as well, west of New Waverly, northwest of Willis here. This one, we have about 13 minutes to go until this does get expired. And on top of this as well, there's also the possibility of quarter-size hail that is occurring inside of the storm. Okay, so definitely want to be in our safe spots out there. Also, I want to take a moment to pan over here back to radar for a second to look out there by Shreveport. I've been watching the supercell all morning, actually, the one out there by eastern Texas. This thing has left a big trail of hail, and it's literally going through Shreveport right now. We have reports of actually 2-inch hail already being reported in those regions there. Also, damaging wind gusts of 62 miles per hour did happen as the storm did pass through. Right now, it's located a bit more to the east of Shreveport, out there towards Homer and Haynesville. heading in there towards Athens. The good news is that these storms here is not currently, like I said, these storms here is not currently severe warned. It looks like that has dropped, which is some good news. They actually did just have a warning on that for the possibility, obviously, here of some large hail, 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which they just canceled that warning, so that's good news. We don't have that anymore out there. But obviously, the main news of the hour right now is all these tornado warnings. We did just have a tornado warning here also out there in kind of South Texas here. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and just pick this radar up here, KGRK, near Georgetown area. So we did have ourselves a tornado warning here not too long ago for Chapel Hill. For Chapel Hill and areas out there by Washington, we did have that in effect, but that is no longer in effect there. And it looks like a new tornado warning just got issued for on Alaska and Point Blank, Stephens Creek, heading out there towards West Livingston and Livingston areas. So if anybody lives out there, if you know anybody who lives out there, give them a heads up, because once again, we are still tracking a confirmed tornado on the ground here, damaging tornado, and also the potential of their quarter-size hail. This is basically an extension warning that they have just decided to issue here overall. Once again, radar coverage is honestly not the best in this area. Texas is a really big state, and there's only a handful of radars we have in Texas. But this just so happens to be one of the areas where we are, kind of in a little radar dead zone. But anyways, looking here at the Houston radar, or slightly southeast of Houston, you can actually see there is some pretty strong rotation that's been detected out there by Oakhurst areas. So out there in Oakhurst here in eastern Texas, there is some pretty strong rotation that is ongoing out there. A little bit ago, there was, according to the National Weather Service, there was a confirmed tornado by radar, which would be in terms of correlation coefficient and all that stuff. So tornado, once again, is... Like I said, tornado once again is on the ground, so make sure you take this seriously. Like I said, it is on the ground. So we'll definitely be watching out there for these cells here for the next little bit. We'll continue to give you guys updates on them. Also, they did add a severe thunderstorm watch here a little bit ago. This was a while ago for portions of like central and northwestern Louisiana, also south central Arkansas included there. And of course, like I said, out there by Houston, we have a tornado watch. The pink box here, this big pink box, this is a tornado watch. And the these red areas here, these are all severe thunderstorm watches. So for the possibility of so mostly between hail and damaging winds across the red boxes. Meanwhile, the pink box is kind of more of like a tornado, large hail and damaging wind type of concern. So that is something that like I said, we got to be looking out there for. So if you know anybody out there, share the live stream to them, get that word out there. It's definitely the most important thing you guys can do to help out here. I mean, even if you don't know anybody who lives in the region here, maybe somebody you do know who's close to you does. So like I said, it's obviously good to distribute this as much as possible, just in order to help get that word out there overall. Okay, so if you guys could do that, that would be awesome. Once again, like I said, we're tracking 2 confirmed tornadoes. If you guys are just joining in here, this is directly kind of north of Houston, Texas. So here's Houston, Texas, just to the north out there by on Alaska area. We have Point Blank, we have Oakhurst, Dodge, Stephen Creek, West Livingston, and near the Livingston areas. So once again, a confirmed tornado is on the ground here. Tornado-producing storm located near Point Blank, 13 miles east of Huntsville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado and quarter-size hail. Radar, confirmed tornado. Let's see if land debris would be dangerous to those caught without shelter. So once again, you want to be into the central interior portion of your home. Like I said, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Like I said, you definitely do not want to be, caught in the outdoors with this here. Okay, so definitely be into the central portion of your home if you do not have a storm cellar or basement. If you do, that's obviously the first place you want to go to. Okay, so just letting y'all know that. So just keeping out there for that. Also, like I said, southwest of that storm, the one by on Alaska, Oakhurst area, southwest of that, there's another confirmed tornado that was just, confirmed here a little bit ago. A little bit west of New Waverly area. It looks mostly rural areas for the most part, but it's out there towards Montgomery, Texas, out there on the eastern side there. So, like I said, that is, that's definitely something that, you also need to watch out here as well. overall. So the main problem today, guys, is going to be the potential out there for, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. Like I said, unfortunately, all of the hazards will be a problem today. We're going to take a quick moment to hop over to the SPC outlook here with the latest outlook. We have a big slight risk area here. Let's see here. Christy, thank you for the $10. Appreciate it. Very sweet of you, saying thank you, Andrew, for caring and getting on so quickly to help as a public safety student. I appreciate your dedication and safety. Thank you, Christy. That means a lot to me. It really helps out a lot. So thank you so much. Big shout out goes to you, Christy. You definitely did not have to do that, my friend. So thank you so much. And oh my God, Proxy with $100? Are you serious? Proxy, you did not have to do that. Holy cow. Let's see here. Thanks for all your hard work sorry, I cannot talk. Thank you for all the hard work you do for us in the NW16 community. Let's see here. Rain or shine, you demand. Thank you. Proxy, you really did not have to do that. I am like literally blown away, dude. Wow, Proxy, thank you so much for that. Huge shout out goes to Christy and Proxy. Guys, thank you so much. We're gonna hop back to the SPC real quickly. I gotta redo the tornado warnings since we took a few minutes there. But once again, everybody, we have a tornado warning in effect, a confirmed tornado. Like I said, on the ground out there in eastern Texas by Onalaska, Point Blank, Stephen Creek, Oakhurst, Dodge, Phelps, let's see, Livingston areas. Southwest of that here, we have another tornado warning just west of New Waverly areas, okay? These are two confirmed tornadoes. These are two individual tornadoes here, okay? Once again, they both have been confirmed, meaning that you better be in your shelter, okay? Once again, I cannot stress it enough. If you're not in a basement or a storm cellar, like I said, if you don't have any of those, then you want to go to the central most point of your home. Block yourself. As I said, put as many walls, I always say, between yourself and the outside as possible. Okay. But yeah, so definitely be careful for that. Proxy, once again, thank you so much. I am literally in shock, but like I said, I gotta keep it on these tornado warnings here and everything like that. But seriously, Proxy, like holy cow. That is so sweet of you. Big shout out goes to you, Prox, and also Christy as well. Thank you guys. Big shout out. Once again, you guys definitely did not have to do that, but it's much appreciated. Anyways, so like I was saying, y'all, if you know anybody who lives out in this region here, like I said, it's definitely very important to warn them because, like I said, this is definitely prone or proved itself to be a tornadic producing environment. Like I said, right now they actually did, I think they just discontinued some of the tornado watch. Could be wrong. Yeah, looks like I was wrong there. No, it was a severe thunderstorm watch. They did pull back another county or two. That's why it looked a little different. Anyways, but yeah. So, like I said, even if you don't know anybody who's in the area, it's very important to share this to as many people as you know. Because, I've always said, you might specifically not know anybody in these areas that's under a tornado warning. But somebody might know somebody close who is, and obviously there's a chance they don't know what's going on. So it's a great thing if you guys could help distribute this information, as it is very crucial and life-saving info. Okay, so like I said, in this case, these are not just tornado warnings. These are confirmed tornado warnings, meaning that these tornadoes are on the ground. We have had indications of tornadoes actually forming out of these storms here. And, like I said, once again, these areas here is directly north of Houston, Texas. This is out there by Onalaska area, by Point Blank, Stephen Creek, Oakhurst, Dodge, Livingston, and West Livingston areas. This is the first confirmed tornado here that is, obviously right there that is in effect here. Once again, this is the first tornado, the first confirmed tornado here. Southwest of that, once again, another confirmed tornado here west of New Waverly areas, north of Montgomery, which Montgomery is also under a tornado warning, but the confirmed tornado section is just north of that. They're probably going to de-extend portions of that red polygon here pretty soon, considering some of these back areas in the tornado warning is not even in the storm anymore. Or also, either that or just in the light precipitation, which really, the main hazard is mostly more to the east now. My main concern is out there by Point Blank, Texas. If anybody knows anybody out there in Point Blank, Texas, there is some pretty strong rotation, at least from the radar views that we got here. This is scanning about 7,400 feet up in the air, so it's not, crisp data, but it is showing some rotation, which obviously this is really the best radar we can look at right now. So point blank, it looks like there is some rotation that is occurring in the atmosphere here. And this is tracking itself relatively here to the east-northeast, right around 35 miles per hour. The storm is moving its way here to, like I said, the east-northeast here. Slight northern component, mostly just moving eastward. Like I said, once again, right around 35 miles per hour. And it looks like they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning. It's a good indication that they might pull these tornado warnings here pretty soon, but you should still remain in your shelter until further notice. So there's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for New Waverly areas out there by Oakhurst, but once again, Oakhurst is also in that tornado warning, so still remain in your shelter there. Cold Spring, you're now in a severe thunderstorm warning here. Once again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is what we are looking out there for that, okay? So once again, be careful out in those regions there. So right now, like I said, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail, honestly, is not too crazy alone. They also did include a tornado possible tag. It does not mean that there's an immediate danger of a tornado. It just means that, given the environment, tornadoes can quickly develop from severe thunderstorms, such as the one that we're tracking here. And also to the north of that, like I said, that's where the main concern is right now. Out there right now. I think they're probably going to be pulling, they're going to be pulling these tornado warnings here in about 50 seconds. It will expire here at 11:15 Eastern, which it's 11:14, which will be 10:15 Central Time, local to the people out here, okay? So these two warnings are about to be canceled. We're also getting ready to lose, I think, another one of the warnings up here. This guy, the one that's inside here, but this is still going to be in effect for Oakhurst areas, even whenever this does get expired here overall, which it's getting ready to be dropped in about 20 seconds or so. But then, of course, we still have this tornado warning now. This one's still going to remain in effect here for at least another 15 minutes here overall. For out there by Onalaska, Point Blank, Stephens Creek, and those regions out there by West Livingston here overall. So that's that. So here at about 6 seconds, we'll go ahead and hop over here real quickly. You guys can see all these warnings that are in effect. They're about to drop right about now. So those are no longer in effect here. We still have two warnings currently. We got a severe thunderstorm warning, the one they just issued for New Waverly areas, Oakhurst and Cold Spring. And of course, we have that confirmed tornado warning still in effect out there towards Oakhurst and Onalaska areas, out there by Point Blank and Livingston regions here. So this is also, like I said, this is once again a confirmed tornado too. You can see right here for yourself, tornado has been observed. And in this case, the radar has picked up some debris on the correlation coefficient view. Due to radar being very far away from the storm here, it's a little hard to see for anything right now. I'm not really seeing any solid evidence of a debris ball anymore. But like I said, don't let that pull you out of your shelter. Like you said, you should still be in your shelter. There is, it definitely looks like there is still some pretty strong rotation out there towards the Point Blank region, a little bit to the east here. And like I said, this tornadic storm is moving relatively eastbound, moving out there relatively eastward. Has a slight northern component to it, so it's kind of moving mostly east-northeast here. And like I said, this thing is going to be passing most likely just south of Onalaska, but still, I mean, at this point, we're scanning like over 7,500 feet up. So, this could not perfectly align with what's happening on the ground. So this could be elsewhere. So Onalaska still needs to be in their shelters. Same thing, Point Blank, Stephens Creek, West Livingston, Livingston as well, in your shelters. Like I said, there's no ifs, ands, or buts right now. This is what you got to be doing here overall. And like I said, movements east at 33 actually, and this warning will expire at 11:30 Eastern, or for you guys in the local time here, this will expire here at 10:30 Central, which is your guys' local time. And the severe thunderstorm warning here will also, actually this one will expire here at 11:45 Eastern or 10:45 Central time. So we have ourselves just a little bit to go here on these 2 warnings. So once again, heads up towards Point Blank, on Alaska, Stephen Creek, Livingston. I think areas out by Dodge is relatively good here because, that tornadic part of the storm is mostly to the east now. But, just for safety, just remain until that polygon is no longer there, okay? All right, anyways, we're going to take a quick second like I was wanting to do here. Hop over here to the current SPC outlook. We got a really large slight risk here for today, stretching all the way from East Texas, cutting through all of Louisiana. Let's see here, portions of a lot of central southern Mississippi, a lot of central Alabama. We got ourselves a pretty large 5% tornado threat, which is a pretty decent, I consider this a decent tornado threat, especially with the amount of exposure, how much distance this covers here. Of course, we have a 2% that goes across some of these other areas as well. Damaging winds, 15% chance, mostly clocking between 60 and 70 mile an hour wind gusts out of some storms to occur. And of course, hail, we got a hatch risk. Hatch risk for hail, 15% risk of seeing some large hail, basically 2 inches in diameter or larger. So that is something we need to be on the lookout out there for. They just now updated the tornado warning here. Looks like they did just de-extend those regions. Like I was saying, Dodge was pretty much good. You guys are now officially good. The Weather Service has discontinued that that tornado warning for the area of Dodge. You're good. I would recommend still being inside. Do not go outside because there's still likely a lot of lightning going on here and all that stuff. But like I said, right now, they did just update the overall polygon here, and it still does include Oakhurst, Point Blank, Stephen Creek on Alaska, as well as West Livingston area. All right, let's see here. When I get a chance, can I talk about tomorrow's severe weather? Yeah, Matthew, but like I said, yeah, right now, since we have a confirmed tornado, I'm not going to do that, okay? We'll wait. Tomorrow is another day we got to cover. I'll just go ahead and say 5% tor, 15% wind, and 5% hail. Okay. Anyways. But like I said, you guys, if y'all could, please consider sharing this information. Once again, like I said, if you don't know anybody who lives in here, that's one thing. But maybe somebody you do know knows somebody that's here. And like I said, this is out there in East Texas, directly north of Houston. This is in a town called Point Blank, a town called on Alaska, Stephen Creek, and West Livingston. That is the areas that it's in a tornado warning. And like I said, this is not just an ordinary tornado warning. This is a confirmed tornado. This tornado is on the ground. This thing is on the ground here, okay? So, like I said, this is, you definitely want to be in your safe spot here. Once again, if you have a basement or a storm cellar, that's the first place you want to go. Basement, storm cellar. If you do not, obviously the central interior portion of your home is the next place you want to be there, okay? So, like I said, that is what you want to do. Obviously, if you're in the middle of a field and there's nothing nearby, honestly, at that point, you don't want to stay in your car. Obviously, if there's, if you're stuck or something, go find a ditch and cover your head. That's like that's what you got to do in that kind of scenario here overall. Okay. Also, they do have a tornado possible tag on that severe thunderstorm warning to the south. Previously, there was a couple tornado warnings on that a little bit ago. They did replace that with that severe thunderstorm warning here overall. And they did include a tornado possible tag. Once again, does not mean it is producing a tornado. It just means that given the environment that the storm is in, theoretically, we could see ourselves, like I said, a bit of tornadic activity out of the storm here overall. Now, whenever it comes to it here, like I said, this is the main problem. The tornado warning expires here in about 9 minutes. And on top of the confirmed tornado here, we're also talking, like I said, possibility here of quarter-size hail, which, quarter-size hail in this case is your least of the concerns. The main concern in this case would be that tornado that is, once again, confirmed, unfortunately. Let's see here. Let me check up on for any other warnings. So this does include Polk. Let's see here. San. I have no idea how you say that. You guys can see it on your screen. Trinity and those counties out there. Let's see here. Does the text show more of the counties in particular? Let's see. That would be pretty important information if they did. Here we go. Okay, tornado warnings in effect for Central Trinity, Northwestern San. Like I said, I don't know how you say that. You can read it for yourself here. West Central Polk and East Central Walker counties until this will remain in effect here until 10:30 Central. 10:30 Central time. Okay, so there's that. Let's see here. I don't think there's any closer radars. Yeah, so what's unfortunate about this here, guys, is the fact that, this environment that we're tracking these tornadoes in is radar is not good. I mean, the radar here we have is stationed pretty far away from the storms. Now, we do have a terminal radar northwest of Houston, but it's not pulling any data. At least I can't pull any data. I'm trying, but it's offline for some reason. But yeah, there's this big radar hole out there in eastern Texas, which is allowing us to not have as crisp of data as we would with closer radar. But, we got to work with what we got with, and, obviously we do have something, so let's be thankful of that. And but like I said, according to the National Weather Service out there, they did confirm a tornado, and there is still a confirmed tornado as of the last update here. So once again, you can see right there for yourself, source radar confirmed tornado. Let's see here. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. You don't want to be near those because, flying glass and all kinds of stuff like that could be a problem. If you're outdoors, move or in a mobile home, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So that is that. Okay. Let's see here. And obviously, so like I said, that's what you want to do. You want to be in your safe spot here until further notice. We'll bring up velocity. You can still see here, it looks like we do have ourselves a bit of some pretty strong rotation out there south of on Alaska. I'm going to pull this up on my other radar just so I can clarify. Yeah, so the more I'm looking at it now, that terminal radar that's northwest of Houston is offline. That is why we're not able to see any data out there. It's highlighted in red there. Let's see. Yeah, the closest radar we got here, man, is, like I said, out there southeast of Houston here overall. We're going to pull up the velocity scan here. We're going to see what's going on. So, yep, still seeing the same thing. Yeah, it looks like we're still pulling the same amount of data here. So that area of rotation here is kind of in that on Alaska region here. So that is kind of where it's at. So this is the area we're really paying attention to. This is where we are seeing that rotation there. And but like I said, once again, this is scanning about 7,500 feet up in the air. So we're beam is tilted pretty heavily at this angle here. Like I said, even though we're using the 0.5 degree tilt, as you cover distance, as you go far out, that 0.5 degree tilt does accumulate some elevation, and it just so happens that storm is pretty far away from the radar, so we're kind of getting more upper scans rather than lower scans. So it's a little bit harder to forecast and a little bit harder to I should say nowcast, considering it's in real time. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. Let's see, radar coverage sucks here. Yeah, you guys need a new radar out there. You guys definitely do need a new radar out there. That would definitely be a really, really useful tool right about now. That would definitely be pretty nice here overall. Dave, dude, thank you so much, friend, for the $10 donation, man. Appreciate that. Big shout out goes to you, Dave. You definitely did not have to do that, man. That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Big shout out goes to Dave. My bad. Thank you, Dave, man. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that very, very much. So big shout out goes to you, and a big thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. So areas out there by Oakhurst, Point Blank. You guys, honestly, in my opinion, obviously, I'd still remain in your shelter. I think you guys are relatively good, considering that tornadic part of the storm is mostly east of you. But like I said, I mean, until that polygon is no longer over you, you better remain in your shelter. Like I said, you better remain in your shelter, okay? So, like I said, this is pretty important out there. Like I said, on Alaska, we are still seeing that tornado warning in effect, West Livingston area. And once again, this will expire in about 4 minutes. So we're getting closer towards the end of the life here of this tornado warning. Hopefully, we don't have any more flare-ups, but unfortunately, with today's risk, it's going to be quite likely we're going to have a couple more, unfortunately. So we'll just have to, take things by ear, and we'll have to, obviously watch it closely here overall. Anyways, so like I said, once again, the rotation's located near on Alaska. Like I said, once again as well, this was a confirmed tornado. This thing was, once again, confirmed by radar on the correlation coefficient there. So that means that that this thing has been detected. Now, like I said, we're scanning a little high up there, which makes things a little difficult for us. To read. But like I said, with what we got here, from the Weather Service, they did confirm a tornado here, and they did say that there was one on the ground. So Once again, this is not something you should just brush off. I mean, this is something that you got to really take action with. This is something you got to take real serious. Like I said, you might be thinking, well, I get tornado warnings all the time. I don't need to take shelter. No, I mean, you're wrong, because, it takes one to mess everything up. So, like I said, please, and especially in this case, whenever they confirm this tornado, meaning that this thing has been spotted, or at least detected, I should say. Spotted would be if someone visually saw it. They did not. This is more of a actual radar observation. So this has been detected, I should say, rather than spotted. But still, it's been observed. So that's the important thing here overall. So that is that. Tabletop dude, thank you for the 5, man. Saying whenever I can. How's Wilmington? So Tabletop man, thank you for the 5 once again. I will get to you here in a second. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you. You do have a marginal level 1 threat, my friend. No tornadoes, 5% chance for damaging winds, and no hail. So it's just a gusty wind threat tomorrow. Level 1 severe weather threat. All right, new tornado warning, guys, just got issued. They did extend that tornado warning as this one's about to expire on the backside. Tornado warning now includes areas out there by New Willard. See Leggett. We have ourselves Seven Oaks and Moscow in effect here. Once again, y'all, if you're wondering where I'm at here, this is in Southeast Texas. This is out there in Southeast Texas, okay? So this is, this is obviously where, we're focusing here right now. And, like I said, for these new areas here, once again, we're watching this tornadic cell working its way into these regions here. Once again, New Willard, Seven Oaks, Moscow is a new area. This still does include areas out there by on Alaska and all that stuff out there, also by West Livingston area. So overall, that's that. New day 1 SPC update in 2 minutes. Gotcha. All right, we'll have to take a look at that whenever that comes out here. I'm definitely curious to see how that's going to play out there. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on. If you wonder why the light came on here, that's my girlfriend. She just went outside, but she's over here spending time. So let's see here. Seems like anytime there's any kind of severe weather threats, radar sites, we do have radar down for some reason. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it always does seem like worst times, man. It seems like the worst times we always have ourselves some radar problems. Like last severe weather event, I remember tracking out in these regions here. It's been down, unfortunately. Which like I said, in this case, the problem is that this terminal radar is down, which is a little closer to the storms, which would have been pretty nice to use here overall. But yeah, unfortunately, in this case, we just gotta work with what we got. Definitely just gotta work with what we got. Let's see here. Okay, so once again, everybody, if you're just now joining us, we're tracking a confirmed tornado here, southeastern Texas. Once again, this has been confirmed. This is located near Onalaska area, out there by New Willard, Seven Oaks, and Moscow. This is out here in southeastern Texas. Once again, confirmed tornado. Like I said, at 10:26 a.m., this was about 3 minutes ago. A tornado-producing storm was located over Onalaska, or 10 miles northwest of Livingston, moving. Let's see here. Let me turn that alarm off there. Let's see here. Or moving. Where was I? Okay, so it's 10 miles northwest of Livingston, moving east at 35 miles per hour, damaging tornado and quarter-size hail. So yeah, on top of that, there's a possibility that we could have ourselves, a bit of hail mixing in with the storm as well. So not only is there a confirmed tornado on the ground, but there's also a bit of a problem with potential hail too, up to quarter size, which, quarter size hail is honestly the least of your worries right now. So just make sure you're in that shelter, guys. Can't stress it enough, cannot say it enough. And, like I said, guys, if you all could do not me a favor, but you guys a favor, and share this to, anybody really. You might not know anybody who lives out there, but maybe some of your family members do. So out there by Seven Oaks, Onalaska, New Willard, Moscow, and eastern Texas, maybe they know somebody, close friend, neighbor, old neighbor, whatever. They just updated to an enhanced risk, guys. No joke, they just upgraded the severe weather threat. It is now an enhanced risk. Okay, we're going to have to look at that here in 1 second, whenever that comes through. Oh, lordy. This turned into quite an event, y'all. Let's see here. I got to pull up this new Outlook. But yeah, they did just update the overall risk area here now. We are now Talking a pretty long enhanced risk here. Here, I'll go ahead and show you. I don't have any other visuals on it. Here's the latest enhanced risk. It does cover eastern Texas, central Louisiana, and central Mississippi. Proxy, if you're still there, this is a time to let your family know that, like I said, this is a pretty decent severe weather event, and it's something that, needs to be watched out for. So just letting y'all know that. We'll get back to that here in a minute whenever that does end up popping up here on my screen. But until then, we have a tornado to be tracking here, okay? Anyways, once again, y'all, we're going to go over this again. It's very important that I keep on listing this for new people who's joining us. Once again, we're tracking a confirmed tornado on the ground, southeastern Texas out there by Onalaska, New Willard, Seven Oaks, and Moscow areas. This is also relatively close to Livingston area here in, once again, southeastern Texas. And here we go. Oh, Lordy. All right, we're going to hop over to the SPC Outlook here. They issued a hatch risk, y'all. They put a hatch risk for tornadoes. Possibility now of tornadoes being EF2 and higher. So we now have a significant tornado threat now. They also added a 30 significant hail threat as well to this event here. Holy cow. Okay, so now we have an upgraded probability of large hail, possibly up to 2 inches in diameter or larger. And now we got a 10% chance for tornadoes. That's a real big deal, you guys. Real big deal. And like I said, that is going straight through Jackson, Alexandria. We have Meridian, Mississippi, Clinton, and Pearl, Mississippi. So a lot of central Mississippi is included in that big tornado threat now. And of course, we have ourselves portions out there in east central Texas. They're included as well. Anyways, all right, so tornado warning, guys, expires in about 27 minutes. Got ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning as well in effect here just southwest of that tornado warned storm. Let's see here. In this case here, overall, this one's in effect here for the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. They did upgrade the threat now to a 1.25 inch hail potential maker out there towards New Waverly, Oakhurst, and out there kind of near Cold Springs, Stephen Creek area, and Point Blank, near those regions there overall. So that's that. And like I said, of course, we have that confirmed tornado still in effect here, that confirmed tornado warning. We still have an effect here for Onalaska, New Willard, Leggett's here. Let me double check and see. Yep, still radar confirmed tornado there. Also, look at this. They did upgrade the hail size to now $half size. It has now been upgraded on the tornado warning to a little bit larger hail now, which is obviously a little bit more of a concern. So mixing in hail and tornadic activity, which is not that good. Once again, Onalaska, New Willard, Leggett, Seven Oaks, and Moscow in southeastern Texas. Once again, confirmed tornado was located out in that region there. We did have a couple confirmed tornadoes, unfortunately, for some of those areas, which, it's very unfortunate. But this just goes to show you that Mother Nature is in a tornado environment in this region here. So this should be taken very, very seriously, and we need to watch this area very closely. And like I said, if you guys are just tuning into us, once again, they did just upgrade the threat from a level 2 severe weather threat out of 5 to a level 3 out of 5, which that's pretty hefty territory at that point. And unfortunately, they did include a big tornado threat, a hatched risk out there, 10% chance for tornadoes potentially EF2 and larger every 25 miles. That makes up this yellow area. Damaging winds, 15% chance. We're ranging between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts out of some storms in this area here. And of course here, the hail, they did upgrade to a 30% chance every 25 miles of seeing hail potentially 2 inches in diameter or larger. So definitely is a pretty hefty risk, pretty hefty categorical upgrade that they did. So that's that. Anyways, let's see here. So they also do have a tornado watch in effect here, guys. We're going to hop back over here to show you guys the overall areas here. So the pink box, this big pink box here in southeastern Texas, you can kind of see Texas. Let me go ahead and actually turn on both here so you can kind of see the terrain overall. So here's Texas, so extreme eastern Texas out there by Houston areas. This big box of pink here, this is a tornado watch. And of course the red ones here that goes through southern Arkansas, central northwestern Louisiana, and portions out there in eastern Texas. This is a severe thunderstorm watch, which basically is saying watch out for the potential of some severe thunderstorms. And speaking of, just got a new warning out there, up there in north central Louisiana. New severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Farmerville, Bernice, let's see here, Dubach, We have Lisburn, Downsville, and Ruston crossing across portions of Interstate 20. We are now under a severe thunderstorm warning here for the possibility of 60, once again, 60 mile per hour wind gust and a quarter size hail overall in effect here. Okay. All right, we're going to hop back to main radar here. We got to keep a close eye on this storm here. Overall, we're going to hop to velocity and look at that. So, obviously, it's a bit of a mess here on the radar. It just happens whenever you have a radar that's pretty far away from the storm. Unfortunately, they did just update that severe thunderstorm warning, now canceling it for areas of New Waverly, still in effect out there near Stephen Creek and Cold Spring areas. That is in effect here, not for too much longer, actually. This will expire here relatively shortly. I'm having a bit of a glitch on one of my programs here. In 8 minutes. This will expire here in 8 minutes. Now, the tornado warning expires in 23 minutes, once again including Onalaska, New Willard, Seven Oaks, Leggett, and Moscow here in eastern Texas. Once again, confirmed tornado once again. Okay, so keep that in mind. And a new severe thunderstorm warning has just now been issued here for northwestern Louisiana. Now in effect here, let's go ahead and see what all this is about here overall. This includes areas such as Beanville, let's see, Bryceland, we have Lucky, Saline, Jonesboro, Quitman, let's see here, Ashland, Castor, I think it's called, Ringgold, and Hall Summit is now under a severe thunderstorm warning here. For the possibility here of quarter-size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So just a bit of a heads up there for you guys up in northwestern Louisiana. Now we have ourselves kind of a, a little bit of a line of storms, line of this, kind of clustered severe storms popping off here, and a couple of these could become severe in those regions out there. So just heads up to my Louisiana folks out there. Just a little bit of a heads up for y'all. Anyways, but yeah, so once again, tornado warning area. We just gotta keep on recycling this, guys, because like I said, there's new viewers that's joining in here and stuff like that. Like I said, whenever it comes to it, we just got to keep on this tornado warning. So you're going to hear me talk about it a lot. We're just going to keep it. You're just going to keep at it. And like I said, you guys can help us out, please, by sharing this. Not for the channel's sake. Honestly, I really wouldn't care about that. It's literally for the safety of you guys. Because maybe, you might not know anybody who's in these regions, but your family might. Your neighbors might. Your friends might. So it's very important information to share, because this could help save lives. This really could. And like I said, especially with this case being, a confirmed tornado. Look at this for yourself. Source, radar confirmed tornado. This has been detected, y'all, out there by Onalaska, New Willard, Seven Oaks, and Moscow. Looking here at the velocity, it looks like that area of rotation is now east of Onalaska. That is where that is, that is where that is located out there. It's going near Leggett, Seven Oaks, New Willard. Make sure you're in the shelters right now. Like I said, if you have a basement, if you have a storm cellar, that's the obviously place you want to go. If you do not, the central interior portion of your home. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and that will help protect you. So definitely do that if you do live out there in New Willard, Leggett, Seven Oaks, and Moscow, Texas. Also, Onalaska is included in the warning, but at this point, I think the storm is moving out of those regions there towards Onalaska. But for your safety, until I see that polygon go, you better be in your shelter, and I'm not kidding. So make sure that you are ready to go. And, I mentioned this before today. Like I said, you might think, well, I've been in many tornado warnings before and nothing's ever happened. And, those people, you're really pushing it, guys. You're really pushing it. You got to be taking this seriously. Like I said, especially with this case being confirmed, this tornado has happened. It is likely still active. So take this seriously, because like I said, your life could be at risk here in these regions. So please, it is a sensitive topic, but it's something that needs addressed, and it's something that needs to be obviously looked at. So once again, New Willard, Eastern Texas out there, guys. This is the southeastern side of Texas. New Willard, we have Leggett, we have Seven Oaks, and Moscow. These areas here is obviously, like I said, these areas is inside of the path here of this tornadic storm overall. So we got 19 minutes, at least as of now. We have 19 minutes until this warning does get expired. It looks like there is still a lot of heavy velocities in that storm there. Correlation coefficient, obviously, I don't see anything about 8,000. We're scanning about 8,000 feet up here, so radar data we're getting through right now is a little iffy. A little hard to read, not going to lie, but, because we're in a radar dead zone. This is a zone where radar isn't really covering the best, but it is all right. Like I said, at least we got something. And according to the National Weather Service, which in this case I could see why they did this. There was obviously a tornado warning which was confirmed because they detected a tornado with the radar. But in this case, there's definitely still a lot of rotation happening out there. It's heading right towards Seven Oaks, Leggett, and New Willard as we speak. It is right in those areas. Okay, so definitely, please, if you're in there, make sure you're in shelter now. Once again, where you want to go, if you have a storm cellar, if you have a basement, that is where you want to go. If you do not have a storm cellar or basement, the central interior portion of your home, such as a bathroom, such as a closet, something in the middle of your home will provide you some protection. So please get to that spot now if you have not already. Obviously, like I said, do so quickly. Please do so quickly, because like I said, you don't want to take your time doing it, because this thing is likely still active here. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, but obviously, if you're in a trailer, get out of the trailer. You don't want to be in a trailer. I mean, like I said, no matter what, that's not going to provide you any protection. And in fact, that's actually going to hurt you more than help you. So if you're in a trailer, completely ditch the trailer and go look for a sturdier building. If that's not the case, and say you're in a trailer and there's nothing around you, find a ditch and cover your head. Don't try to outrun it, because sometimes, obviously, there could be some blocked roads and all of that stuff. So that is kind of the thing here. Let's see here. All right. Sorry, I've been just talking here. Is there potential for violent tornadoes today? There is. SPC put a 10 sig out there, 10% significant risk for tornadoes possibly exceeding EF2+. So there is a possibility of some significant tornadoes, unfortunately. Yeah, they just rolled with that here just a few minutes ago. They just updated that risk area overall. I do want to take your attention here for a minute out there in west central Louisiana. There is now a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. We actually have a close radar to this one, thankfully. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect that has just got issued west of Nacogdoches here. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. I don't think, is KPOE radar down too? Sure is. Sure is. Dude, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. KPOE, another radar that's in the heart of this event. This one's also down. We don't have this radar up either. A lot of these radars are down, man. Shoot. This is not going to be good. This is kind of a bit of a nightmare, honestly. Not having good radar data and all that stuff. I mean, shoot, you can see the one up here in northeastern Louisiana is out. The one in southeast Louisiana is out. The one in central Louisiana is out. The one out there, we have a couple of those terminal radars near Houston that's out. I mean, seriously, it's a bit of a problem. A bit of an issue. So we really got to rely on the radars by Houston and Shreveport. Those are obviously going to be our best radar choices. But anyways, new severe thunderstorm warning in effect out there by Minnie, Fisher, I see Robeline, I think it is, and Zoll, I think it is. Some of those regions there. They just updated the tornado warning. They discontinued it for Onalaska. So the areas out there by Onalaska and eastern Texas, you guys are now safe to come out of your shelters, although I would recommend staying inside and away from windows because there is still a strong storm outside. So definitely, once again, at this point, like I said, you are good. You guys are good to come out of your shelter here. But there is still a tornado warning in effect for Seven Oaks. So make sure that you guys are obviously inside of your shelters there. This is north of Livingston region here. This radar is not wanting to load my other radar. So, I mean, you can see it for yourself here out there by Seven Oaks in south here of Corrigan. That is where the tornado warning is currently at. We have ourselves 15 minutes to go. 15 more minutes to go here until this does get expired here. Okay, so just a little bit of a heads up there for you. Just wanted to let you all know about that. Also, it looks like they did cancel that severe thunderstorm warning here. Let me go ahead and actually try hopping. There we go. We're going to pull you all over here to this view. We did have ourselves, that severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect out there by Cold Spring. They just discontinued that. That is no longer a warning. That is no longer in effect, and you guys are good to come out of your shelter. Or so you guys are good to, if you're in your shelter there, obviously from previous tornado warnings that passed by, you're definitely safe to come out of your shelter. But you should still remain in your shelter if you're out there by Moscow, Seven Oaks, and New Willard. Those areas are still in a tornado warning. And once again, like I said, this is a confirmed tornado. As you can see it for yourself. Source, radar has confirmed the tornado. So that is, obviously, like like I said, a confirmation that the tornado is on the ground and is active. So once again, heading right there towards Seven Oaks, towards Leggett, New Willard, and Moscow. This warning has a little bit to go. Like I said, we have about 14 minutes to go until that warning gets expired overall. Why the radar's down, I have no idea, but obviously that is not really good. That's not going to be very helpful for today, covering these storms and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate out there. And all that. So let's see here. So yeah, we got about 14 minutes on that. Also, there's a possibility here of quarter-size hail as well, guys. There will be the possibility of a little bit of hail occurring in that storm as well. So it's not just solely a tornado threat in that storm. It's also, like I said, a bit of a hail concern as well. So just wanted to alert you guys on that. Wanted to let you all know. With all that going on there, let me go ahead and hop you guys over here to the radar here, or sorry, satellite view real quickly. So here's current satellite view on the storms here. If I hop over here to the IR view, you can see. Oh, actually, might have to zoom out a little bit. Hop out towards these regions here. You can see those storms that is popping off up there. That is our satellite view, and it does look like there was a lot of lightning activity from earlier when I was looking at it. Let's go ahead and bring up GLM flashes. Yeah, you can see all that density, that high dense compacted area of lightning strikes. And so, I mean, even lightning is an issue. Lightning is obviously, can be deadly. Can be deadly. So, it's one of the reasons why I tell you to remain in your house, not necessarily in your shelters whenever those warnings get expired, but, remaining in your house, because lightning could also be deadly too. Lightning is also a bit of an issue. So just wanted to let you know that. Once again, for the people who's just now joining us, like I said, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground here, located there kind of just to the northeast here of Houston. You can see there's Houston to the northeast out there, north of Livingston, for an area called Seven Oaks, south of Corrigan, directly north of Livingston. For a confirmed tornado. You can see, once again, it says observed, meaning it has been detected. Also, hail, you can see 1 inch in diameter, which is quarter size. Like I said, that is something that we definitely also need to look out there for, is maybe a little bit of hail concern. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. But as of right now, radar, you can see there is a bit of rotation that is occurring here just north of Livingston. So, that is the area we are watching out there for. Now, this is out there towards a region near Bold Springs, which, doesn't seem to be too populated, but it is definitely a, little town here that is included, and that's kind of where that rotation is located. So obviously, if you're out there by the Bold Springs area, New Willard area here, Leggett, Seven Oaks, let's see, Walda, Bearing, I think it is, Bearing maybe. There it is. There's that rotation out there. Looks pretty strong out there near Seven Oaks. So just a bit of a warning to you guys, a little bit of a heads up there for you. Once again, we have 11 minutes to go until this expires, or until I give you the all clear. But at least for now, you should definitely remain in your safe spots. All right, let's go ahead and hop back up here real quickly. Out there by Louisiana, we got ourselves 3 severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect out right now. We have one that's, I know this map's kind of hard to read here, so let's go ahead and hop our way over here to this view real quickly. So here's Louisiana. We got a lot of western and northern portions that has a couple severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Louisiana out there by Farmerville towards Bernice. We have, Hyco, Dubach. We have Downsville and Vienna. Also southwest of that, we have Oak Grove, Bryceland, Bienville, Lucky, Danville, Jonesboro, Hodge, Quitman, Castor. We have Roy, Jamestown, and Ringgold as well. And of course, we have another warning out there by Manny. We have, Negrete here. We have Fisher. We have Fort Jessup. We have Marthaville, and Belmont is included with that severe thunderstorm warning there. Okay. So that's all the warnings that we have right now. Just these group of 4 warnings that we have currently popping off here. Change the risk. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and change that real quick. Sorry, I just been too focused on this tornado warning here. I forgot to change that. So, yeah, we're now on level 3 out of 5 here. They did upgrade to an enhanced risk, which is very unfortunate. All right. Sorry, I just gotta catch my breath here for a minute, y'all. Like I said, I've been I've been talking real fast for over almost an hour now, so it's caught up to me. So just had to catch my breath there. Anyways, all right. So once again, new people joining us. Like I said, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground here. This is in eastern Texas, directly north of Houston, out there towards Seven Oaks. Oh, they just issued a new tornado warning. There you go. New tornado warning now including the same areas basically, but also now including Camden. Camden, Texas is now included in a tornado warning. So Moscow, Seven Oaks, New Willard, sorry. Those areas are inside of that. So the new warning now expires in 23 minutes. So it doesn't have too long on it. But we have 23 minutes, so that's 23 minutes. You should still remain in your shelter if you live out there by New Willard, Leggett, Seven Oaks, Moscow, and Camden now included. So those areas is in that. Do I think they'll upgrade tomorrow's? I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I'm not the Storm Prediction Center after all, so I can't really tell you, but maybe. I mean, considering how much wind shear and stuff like that's going to be available tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, obviously that requires me diving into models, which I am not going to do right now. Obviously, just considering all the activity going on right now. So yeah, a couple severe thunderstorm warnings up here. We've got a lot of hail reports. So you see all these green dots here, guys. Those are all hail reports. We had a supercell roll through Tyler, Texas earlier this morning. I was tracking. I wasn't able to go live at that point. But yeah, we had a supercell roll through, drove like 2 inches of 2-inch hail, which is pretty crazy out there. All right, so back over to warnings. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Farmerville. You can kind of see it has a little bit of a Boeing little storm here, likely packing up a bit of a punch of damaging wind gusts. We are seeing the possibility of these wind gusts being up to right around 60-mile-per-hour winds and maybe up to quarter-size hail. On that in particular storm. This also includes like Hyco, which these regions like Dubach and Hyco, they're out of the heavy precipitation, which leads me to believe that they're mostly out of the severe concern as well. Considering, mostly these areas here now I'd say is in the severe concern, but still, obviously you're in a severe thunderstorm warning polygon, so you should still treat yourself the same. Vienna, let's see, Downsville inside the severe thunderstorm warning here. Southwest of that, oh, another one just got issued here now. Holy cow, dude. The one southwest of that towards Oak Grove, Bryceland, Bienville, see Lucky, Castor, Ringgold, Danville, Hodge, Quitman, Jonesboro, northwest Louisiana. Also for the possibility here of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. Southwest of that, we have ourselves Marthaville, Belmont, Fort Jessup, Manny, Fisher, Negrete here, and we also have ourselves portions out there by Robeline is included inside of that severe thunderstorm warning for also possibility of quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So it seems like the warnings here are relatively on the 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail territory. I believe even the new one. Oh, no, the new one's actually a little worse. Okay, so this warning out there, guys, up in northeastern Louisiana by Jones, Bonita, Beekman, Wardville. See Shelton's, see Gallon, I think it is. Bastrop, we have Murrogue. These areas here is now in a severe thunderstorm warning for the possibility of ping pong ball size hail, 1.5 inches in diameter. Also, southeast Arkansas is included in this polygon too by Fountain Hill, Portland, Montrose, Mist, Hamburg, Crosset, White, Wilmot, Parkdale, and Boydell, sorry, my bad, is included there. Okay, and of course, tornado warnings, the most important concern of mine right now. Like I said, we are still watching that tornado warning in effect here. It is now down to radar indicated rotation, it looks like. Which is good news. So yeah, now it's at radar indicated rotation. So at this point forward, there's no confirmation of the tornado, although this is still a tornadic cell, which very well could drop a tornado. So still be in your shelters out there by Moscow, Camden, Seven Oaks, and New Willard. Once again, this thing does have the history of producing tornadoes. So make sure that you guys are obviously like I said, make sure that you guys are obviously inside of your safe spots there, okay? All right, let me get here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to hop over to mesoanalysis here. This is my way of looking at atmospheric conditions and stuff like that. It'll give me a better view of what's going on here. I'll bring you all with me here, too. Let's see. We're going to zoom out just a tad. Actually, we're going to do this view so you guys can kind of see it a little better. Anyway, so here's what's popping off. Instability-wise, yeah, we have a decent amount of instability out there, mostly towards these areas here. That's where a lot of our energy's at in these regions here. So for those northern cells, they aren't running off of much instability according to RAP analysis here. whenever it comes to the lower level winds here, we have a jet stream of about 30 knots, which is, it looks like it's forecasted to potentially right around the same, actually. Yeah, right around 30 knot lower level jet. So kind of seems to be where we're staying here with the storm here overall. 500 millibar, this is basically our carrying winds, which really influence storm speed. About 65 knots here, which, you know, is pretty decent mid-level jet. So that's something going on there. Anyways, I just wanted to look at that real quickly, just to kind of see what kind of atmospheric conditions we're in here and all that stuff. And anyways, all right. So let's see here. So once again, they're about to expire that pink polygon. That's about to expire in 3 minutes. Although the red polygon, still the tornado warning in effect here. That's going to remain for another 18 minutes. Out there by Camden included Moscow, Camden, Moscow, Seven Oaks, Leggett, and New Willard is included in those regions there. So, like I said, still be in your shelter there. Obviously, if you have a storm cellar or a basement, that's where you want to be. Obviously, whenever it comes to a tornado warning, you want to be inside of your safe spot in there. But obviously, if you don't have a basement or a storm cellar, the next best thing would be to be into the central interior room of your home. You know, obviously, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, which will definitely help protect you from the debris and obviously all of that stuff. So that's what you want to do out in those regions there. So one bit of a heads up. And like I said, this was a confirmed tornado here. This at one point did have history of producing tornadoes. And, once again, radar coverage here is terrible. I'm not going to lie with you. The radar coverage here is really not the best. We're scanning around 10,000 feet up there right now, 11,000 feet, where we have a bit of upper level rotation, which, obviously was happening on the surface or near surface is a little harder to see because of, obviously, the distance of radar here, which that kind of hurts our viewing of the storm. Now, let me actually, I thought I was on the Houston. That was up there on Shreveport radar, but even this one's not the best. I mean, looking out here at this storm here overall, I mean, this is scanning 9,000 feet. So we're really scanning upper elevations here overall, not quite the surface, or not quite near the surface, the base, I should say. We're kind of scanning a little more into the storm rather than the base, where a lot of the activity happens. Anyway, so right now, it looks like that area of rotation, which is somewhere right in this area here. That's kind of right where that rotation is located. New Willard, Seven Oaks, Moscow areas. I mean, we're definitely still in the warning here, so be in your shelter until further notice. See Camden here. They just added the extension. Another tornado warning in effect for Chester and Colmesneil. I think that's how you say that. Colmesneil? Maybe Colmesneil. I think that sounds better. Dude, I'm terrible, man. I tell you, when it comes to naming these places, dude, that's not my strong suit. But anyways, but yeah, so like I said, tornado warning now in effect there for Chester and Colmesneil. We're just going to call it Colmesneil, okay? So that is that. Anyways, so let's see here. So Moscow, Camden, yeah, those are kind of right in the areas of that rotation right now. Let's see here. So this back warning, yep, this one's about to expire in about 20 seconds. The new warning they issued for Chester and Colmesneil, that region there, they have that warning also there for 30 minutes. Now, something on that new tornado warning that they added, what did I say? That they added? Let's say added. So what they did add here is also the possibility here of hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter, which is ping pong ball hail. That's equivalent to ping pong ball size hail, which is definitely concerning in the hail realm of things and all that. So not only is there a threat of a tornado here, but there's also a chance for some large hail as well. So definitely is definitely is something that we need to look out there for as well. Anyways, here in a moment, I might need to go grab me a drink or something because I'm from all that talking, man. I tell you, it gets to you. All right, for the new viewers, the new viewers that's joining us here, like I said, we have a couple tornado warnings in effect here. Once again, this is in eastern Texas for a reference of where we're looking at right now. So let me go ahead and zoom in. So this is Houston. I feel like this would be a better view to look at it. So here we go. So here's Texas. You can see Obviously, we have Dallas, Fort Worth up here, and then we got Houston up here. Now, northeast of Houston, we work our way out there to the west, directly west of Jasper. We end up in a couple of towns near Seven Oaks, Chester. Colesmanile, Coleman. That is one of the areas I cannot pronounce at all. Colmesneil, that's right. Colmesneil, Chester, in Seven Oaks. That is where we have a tornado warning in effect here. So I can kind of show you guys, right in that general area. You can see the back warning, the one for Seven Oaks expires here in 13 minutes. My bad, y'all. 13 minutes, and also has quarter-size hail on it, potentially up to quarter-size hail. And whenever it comes to, the eastern warning that they just added here, for Chester and Colmesneil, this one here expires in 28 minutes, but this one also has an upgrade in hail in terms of actually up to 1.5 inch hail, which is equivalent to ping pong ball size hail, which is obviously a bit of a problem. So that's that. Holy cow, dude, they added a lot more warnings. All right, we're going to hop over here to northern Louisiana. We got ourselves a big cluster of severe thunderstorm warnings up here in these regions, and these guys are warned for mostly 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail out there by Strong in South Arkansas. Huttig, we have ourselves in northern Louisiana, Marion, Hale, Spencer, Farmerville, Oakland, Downsville, and of course a new warning here, or relatively new warning, up there in northeastern Louisiana, out there by Bonita. We also have Bastrop. We have Shelton's, Wardville. We have Beekman, Morogue is what that's at. Morogue. That is a, let's see here, that is a severe thunderstorm warning here for ping pong ball hail. Yeah, so 1.5 inch hail as well, being a bit of a possibility there. So that is a bit of an issue as well, is the large hail and all that stuff. And like I said, guys, they did just upgrade the risk here today. I'll take a minute to show you guys that real quickly. So here's a new SPC outlook, the new risk they added. The scale goes up to 5. We were at a level 2 for today. They upgraded to a level 3, which unfortunately now includes the possibility of tornadoes being strong, possibly getting up to EF2 plus in terms of the ratings is a possibility. I had to sneeze there. Always when I'm streaming, it goes away. Damaging winds here. We have a 15% chance that some of these damaging wind gusts in the storms could range between 60 and 70 miles an hour. Once again, wind gusts, what they could peak up to. And hail, 30% hatch risk here for the possibility of hail being right around 2 inches in diameter or larger. We've already seen it confirmed today. We've already seen a lot of hail already over 2 inches in diameter. So that's already been confirmed, in which, that's kind of one of the big problems today is large hail and, of course, tornadoes. And, really everything's on the menu for today. Which is a bit of a problem. All right, so 11 minutes, guys. 11 minutes in the tornado warning out there. Once again, eastern Texas. We got a tornado warning. Well, really 2 of them, but they're for the same storm here. One's just an extension. We got ourselves a tornado warning in effect out there, eastern Texas, out there by Seven Oaks, Moscow, Camden, Leggett. They just now discontinued New Willard area in Livingston. Well, Livingston wasn't really in that polygon, but New Willard at least was. They did update that to where they were no longer they're no longer in that, but still Camden, Moscow, Seven Oaks, and Leggett here is still in the warning, which this will expire in 10 minutes. Also possibly up to quarter-size hail on that western side. Now the eastern side, out there by Chester, and let's see, Colmesneil, that region there, however you pronounce that. This one is in effect for 25 minutes. My bad, 25 minutes, and also for 1.5 inch hail in diameter, which is equivalent to a ping pong ball, is a possibility. So that is something that we need to look out there for. Is not only a tornado, but also whenever it comes to it, we also need to look out there for hail as well. Definitely hail as well being a bit of an issue. Okay, just a heads up to you guys. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna hop over here. So we got Shreveport radar up there. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning out there in western Louisiana. Out there by Manny, we have Fort Jessup, Marthaville, Belmont, Fisher, Negrete, and we also have areas out there by Robeline is included here. Let's see here. This is for the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So that is a bit of an issue there. Kind of on the lower end of the severe warnings, not going to lie, but it is, it's still a strong, it is in this case still a severe storm. They just issued a mesoscale discussion here. Let's see what all that's about. They're talking about maybe another watch maybe being issued. I don't know. Let's see what it's all about. Let's see. Oh, yep. Tornado watch likely. Watch probability 95%. All right, look at this, y'all. So, there you go. So you see that? So it includes south central Mississippi and central Louisiana. Their quote-unquote thing was developing tornado threat along the surface. Warm front storms will move from southeast Texas with additional development possible further east into Louisiana and Mississippi. So they did put a probability of a watch being issued. They gave it a 95% chance that we will see a tornado watch here soon being issued for central Louisiana and south central Mississippi. So that's what's going on there. Starting to get used to my new radar, says Scott. Yeah, it's a little different, but it's definitely pretty nice to use. Anyways, all right. Let's see, 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes on the back. Tornado warning here. Once again, this is something we obviously got to be looking out there for. We're going to keep on talking about this. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot because it's the top of the line right now. This is what we need to be focusing on the most. So tornado warning in effect for Camden. They actually did just look at that. I think they just removed it from Seven Oaks and Leggett, and also Moscow. This is mostly just now for Camden and Chester and Colmsneil. There we go, Colmsneil. I think that's how you say that anyways. So for those three regions there, that's where the tornado warning's at. So for this polygon, so for this area over here for Camden, we got 7 minutes to go. Quarter-size hail also possible. And also east of that, for this tornado warning, we have 22 minutes to go. And also the possibility here of 1.5-inch hail, or also equivalent to ping pong ball size hail, being a possibility out there. So just wanted to mention all that. Let's go and hop over here, you guys. This kind of gives us a good view of all the warnings up in effect here. So we do have ourselves. Going to turn off satellite imagery for a minute. So that red box there obviously is a severe thunderstorm watch. The pink one here is a tornado watch in effect. The yellow boxes, these are severe thunderstorm warnings, which we can see we have some out in effect by Jonesboro, Quitman, Lucky. Oh, dude, I need to fix my mic stand. My bad, y'all. If that was pretty loud for y'all, my bad. 6 minutes to go on this one. Let's see, 6 minutes to go also out there by Downsville. So both of these are for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so winds gusting to 60. As well as the potential out there for quarter-size hail. And the one more to the east here, out there towards Crossit, out there by Bonita, Bastrop, let's see, in southeastern Arkansas as well. Places out there by Crossit, Hamburg, Fountain Hill. Let me bring up radar on this view. We're going to go ahead and load up radar. My program's probably not going to like me very well by doing this, but, it'll be all right. This program always crashes whenever I pull up radar, but in this case, it held up pretty well. Okay, so yeah, so there's a storm right now. You can see that there is definitely a potential hail core out there west of Bonita in the storm right now, currently popping off here. Let's see here. Okay, but yeah, so that is, there's likely some hail that's ongoing inside of that storm there too. But yeah, you can see most of these guys, most of the warnings are here rolling around 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail, which honestly in this case, like I said, that's just kind of a normal severe thunderstorm warning. Honestly, not too concerned for those areas. Just stay indoors and away from windows and you'll be all right. But obviously, whenever it comes to, those severe thunderstorm warnings, so 1.5-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and yeah, and also the tornado warnings, obviously. If you're in the tornado warnings here, then obviously you want to be in your shelter. Once again, central interior portion of your home if you do not have a basement or a storm cellar. If you have a basement or a storm cellar, then obviously you want to be like I said, at that point, then obviously you want to be in there. But if you do not, then the next best option is the central interior portion of your home, which will provide you some protection overall. So, that is that. Tabletop said, I like to watch Andrew stream, but not for this. Dude, I like to stream, but I don't like streaming this. That's where I'm at. I mean, anytime that there's tornadoes and all that concern, dude, I hate streaming these events. I mean, obviously, I love doing it because it helps you guys out, but I hate seeing what unfolds, unfortunately, because, nature is just wild sometimes. Okay. Also, like I was saying, guys, the SPC or the Storm Prediction Center, they did say that I'll go ahead and turn those on. Yeah, you can see it right there. So, this circle right here, right in this area, this is what we call a mesoscale discussion. The Storm Prediction Center was saying here that there is a 95% chance that a tornado watch will be issued for those regions in here. Okay, so we're likely going to get ourselves a tornado watch in effect for some of these regions here. All right, let's see here. So 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes left on the warning here. Let's see here. This is the one that's near Camden. Yep, towards Camden. Actually, it looks like, did they just update that one? Yep, so this is for Chester. Okay, no, they just updated this guy. This guy back here. Okay. Yep, so still the same for 1.5 inch hail, as well as, let's see here, also obviously a tornado. And let me say, guys, let me say this, that these storms that we're tracking right now, these tornado warnings here, these are tornadic cells. These have history of producing tornadoes. I mean, there was when we started the live stream today, there was like those 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground. Now these, although are not confirmed, they are in an environment where tornadoes can be a bit of a problem. And according to the radar there, we do have a bit of rotation that is being detected up inside of these storms here. So we have 2 minutes left on the one out there by Camden, which is on this side out there in eastern Texas, by the way. So here's the general area where we're at. So there's Dallas, there's San Antonio, there's Houston. We zoom a little northeast of Houston here, and that leads us to these areas out there by Corrigan, which is east of Corrigan. Which is there for Camden. This will expire in 2 minutes, so you guys are almost ready to come out of your shelters. But areas by Chester and, let's see, Colmesneil, those areas there.